Hi, my name is Goldman. I'm the director and founder of Goldman and Associates. Our firm has a primary focus on family law issues here in Michigan. And today we're going to continue our video series designed to educate and inform the public. So please subscribe to our channel. I want to talk about the relationship between custody and support. There is somewhat of an interrelationship between them in that the more custody a person has, the more the other person, the non-custodial parent, has to pay in support. Why? Because the consumption of the child is that much greater. So if you only have your child a couple nights a week, that's a very different scenario than the one who has the child 6 nights a week. The one who has the child 6 nights a week is obviously spending more money on that child, spending more money on recreation, more money on clothing, more money on food, more money on general consumption, and that would make the child support go up. Now, as you know, when the divorce is finalized, when a custody determination is made, there is an attendant order of support. Support is going to be based on the respective incomes of the parties and the overnights. Well, there are things that can happen that can change the support, and one question we're often asked is, can I get more support if the non-custodial parent, the payor, if his income goes up? How does that work? In other words, support might be based on the fact that I have custody, you don't. Your salary is $2,000 a month, so I'm getting a certain amount of support. Well, what if it goes up to $3,000 a month? What if it goes up to $5,000 a month? How do I get more support? And the theory is that if we were living together as a unit and there was more money in the household, everybody would benefit. So now, at least as it relates to this common child, the child that we have together, if somebody has an increase in income, how do we get the child support up? And the answer is the child support could go up. It's really not going to go up if a person was making $22 and now they're getting $22.75. While that's an increase, it's probably not an increase that will justify the cost of filing the motions and going through this. But if somebody was making $20,000 part-time and now they were hired in at full-time at $50, there should definitely be an opportunity to look at those numbers again and recalculate. If you're in this situation, you can have a motion filed before the friend of the court so that the numbers can be recalculated. They're going to look at how much money mom makes, how much money dad makes, how many overnights the child is with mom, how many with dad, and then they're going to apply that to the Michigan Child Support Guidelines. And those guidelines are going to show a number. And if your number was based on $20,000, and following my example, we now have $50,000 in income to the non-custodial parent, then you know what? We probably are going to see an increase in the support numbers. Now, it doesn't always have to be an increase because maybe the support, the income is going up, but maybe the non-custodial parent all of a sudden is picking up more overnights. That could balance it off, or at least in part. So remember, it's not one thing alone that impacts the amount of support. It's a combination of factors, but if there's been a significant change, either because there's much more overnights being spent at one parent, or there's much more income flowing, or the other way around, much less income than was originally contemplated, then it would be appropriate to file a motion before the court to get an upward or downward, where appropriate, modification of the support. If you have any questions about that, reach out, and we'll be glad to help you out.